Welcome, Allure to Champagne and Conversations. How are you?
Hey.
Did you all like your intro?
Yes, we did.
That's one of our favorite songs.
I didn't want to spoil the surprise, so cheers to you all.
Cheers.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Allure with us, the ladies from, okay, we know the 90s, but you know, they are beautiful now in the 2000s, but we know them from the 90s. Yes, so welcome to Champagne and Conversations, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Please introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hey y'all, I'm Aaliyah.
What's up? I'm Akisa.
I'm Lala. And we're Allure.
Yes, welcome. And you guys have more than just champagne, so we want to share your cocktail, your recipe.
For our bottles,
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but we like strong. We like our things strong. Strong.
Strong.
We like our
We like
strong.
Strong. That's right. So what did you mix? What did you mix with the champagne?
Don't laugh at us. We put some
Hennessy.
No. Look, y'all were real grown, so please share.
We Bougetto.
Make sure you
Okay, so they don't want to tell you guys the recipe, but it's Hennessy, champagne, and strawberry lemonade.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
special recipe
Yeah.
because it's called
Yes,
Hello Mother.
yes.
Oh, well, hello, motherfucker. That's
Welcome to the sunset version of R&B Ladies Live. Okay, guys, that's where we are tonight. We are so excited to have you all. It did take a little bit of planning. Shout out to Jared for putting this whole thing together for us. So dope. And listen, we want to call this your Allure Hour. So at this point, I want you guys to tell us an amazing Allure story.
An amazing Allure story?
Yes, an amazing one.
What would make it amazing? Because something that might
Whatever
be,
you think.
everybody else might be like, wow.
Yeah, for real.
Whatever you call amazing.
I think what's amazing about our story is that we're still together.
Yes.
All the
Yes,
trials.
cheers to that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Yes. And how many years have you guys been performing all together? Like you started early 90s, but were you guys together before that doing talent shows and such, or how did it all come about for you all?
Yeah,
Well, we're in the process of actually celebrating our 25th anniversary in the business, so we're that.
You
So
got
cheers.
Henny in the glass.
Yeah.
That's right.
I was.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
See, that's what
Yeah.
that alone.
Right.
Listen, it's fine. Take your time.
We've definitely been in each other's lives for way longer than that.
Right.
Professionally, 25 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you come together as a group?
Well, actually, it started because our parents, we were like the entertainment for the household when everybody was getting together doing this.
Right.
So,
Yes.
always they called to come out and they told us, we should start to take it seriously. And that's how it all started. That's how it all began.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so one of the loves that I have for music, and she actually discovered you all, I think is amazing because I definitely love her music now this time of year when we're getting ready to get into the holidays, of course. And so with that, I want you guys to share how you started with the label Crave and being introduced to who we know as the group Allure.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the person who discovered us was Pope from the Trackmasters.
Okay, right.
We were rehearsing with a friend of ours, Will Adams. He had a community center that we would always go to rehearse, and he invited Trackmasters, but Pope came, and that's when we were like a little unseasoned. We were still trying to, we were trying to figure out what we want to look like. We didn't have it together, but he was the one that kind of helped us with all that, right? And brought us over to Sony, where we were actually recording one of our songs already.
Right.
So well, two, right.
I mean, we've been telling this story, but we didn't tell it years ago, but we started telling this story more now because we're more, willing to tell more than we used to tell.
Right.
So we actually were signed to LaFace first.
Right. Yeah.
And that didn't work out because L.A. Reid didn't really see the vision. He didn't see where it was going. So we already started. By having songs called The Story.
Mm-hmm.
She liked what she heard.
Mm-hmm.
And then she asked to meet us. And when we met her, we sang a cappella and we were signed.
Yeah. And that's how the whole joint became.
Yeah. Right.
Trackmasters.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Trackmasters and Miss Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
What did you all sing for her?
We sang Tonight by
By
Escape.
Escape.
Yeah.
Can we hear it?
Well, we
it's gonna be different because
we haven't seen it in so long.
Right. And remember,
I tried, guys. I was gonna get it exclusive.
but not that. We just haven't done that.
Okay, you hadn't rehearsed it. It's fine. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to sing something for us? You can.
We can.
Yeah.
Give me a clean heart. Sure. Or right out.
Give me a clean heart.
Okay, so we'll do a gospel that we do every time we're, about to pray and just go through life. So we'll do Give Me a Clean Heart.
God wine, so he understands.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah. Water into wine. Yes, I say it all the time.
Yes.
We're good. We're covered.
Give me a clean heart, so I might serve thee. Lord, fix my heart so that I may be used by thee. Lord, I'm not worthy of all these blessings. Give me a clean heart, and I'll follow thee.
God bless.
My God, that was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And you guys say that that's your pregame. That's what you do together before you begin to perform.
Yeah.
So if that's what you're doing to start it, oh my gosh, I can imagine the concert.
Eyes aren't clean. You gotta just reset. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. God, that was great. That was great. Amazing. Amazing. So with you all singing, do you play any instruments as well or just sing?
No.
Aaliyah thinks she plays the drums.
Whatever. No, I can play. Okay, she's a hater.
Right. We're going to be encouraging today. Oh, you can play the drums. Bless your heart. That's so great.
No,
No.
She can't. Our voices are instruments.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can play Casio back in the day.
Watch.
Watch. But
That's
no.
so cool. But
It's our goals to learn an instrument, but not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would be the instrument you play?
How many?
Which drum would you play? Okay, drums for you.
I initially wanted to learn the bass, but I bought my husband a guitar. He never started learning, so I may take that back and be an Indian giver.
That's
and
right.
then I bought my son a keyboard. He doesn't play it, so I got two to start with.
Yeah, and for me, I think it's gonna be the acoustic guitar and the piano.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I love it.
The percussions.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do it all. Okay, so we know what's coming in 23 then, because you guys might just venture out into doing a little bit more for your entertainment. I like that.
Oh,
that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be real cool. Yeah. So going back, just in terms of your albums, you had 4. What was your favorite?
3.
Creating.
Yes.
3 albums.
Okay. All right. So what was your your favorite out of the ones that you did create?
Oh wow.
I mean, it varies for different reasons, but we definitely can say the first album because that's what introduced us to the world.
Yeah.
That's what, people know us for, and that's where we became appreciated and seen. So we really love our first album. And then I would have to say the third album because we were able to write a lot from the third album. Right. I mean, we started with the second album, but the third album was really basically us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
And I album, like Aaliyah said, the third album for me personally, and I'm pretty sure they might agree to some extent, because the situation was different. Like we were working with Ron Artest, and this was after a long time, a long hiatus of us not recording anything.
Right.
And he was the first person that actually, like, for real, gave us the reins and was like, look, I believe in you guys. Like, I don't care what nobody else said or what anybody else thinks of you guys. Like, you guys got this. And he gave us just the open space just to be creative and really, let us shine on, from ourselves, not from other writers and stuff like that, which was great. But, like she said,
even something as simple as you playing Y'all Rockin' with ALLURE right now. Like,
that
just means a lot.
Because you said you're going to laugh. I was like, I wish, what you going to play?
That's,
especially to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but let me tell you why I did that, because I only really knew the popular songs. Of course, All Cried Out, we love it, right? We all know it. As soon as we hear it, we know who you are, so on and so forth. So I knew that album. I had not really gotten into your catalog until I get ready to prepare for conversations.
okay.
And so when I heard it, I was like, because this was off of your Chapter 3 album. So I'm like, the whole vibe is, and we'll talk about it in a minute, but the whole vibe with that one was, of course, different from the Allure. So I was like, all right, let's have it. And I just thought, obviously, like you say, sometimes we don't always go back, and you might have had something that just sparked a little memory and so on. So when we bring out something that maybe everyone hasn't heard in the catalog, it just enhances it. It just starts a new rotation, creates a good vibration. So I loved it. I loved your Chapter 3 album, but I will admit I had not heard it, until we started this. So that's why I asked you guys, what was your favorite?
What we tried to do, well, I think the whole team, we always tried to give you another version of All Cried Out, like to the second or the third power. So for the second album, we felt like it was Irma Trust, right? Yeah. And that was produced by Full Force again. And like it's just so meaty and so hearty, and you could just feel that we was talking to somebody, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our All Cried Out might be Stay.
Oh, Stay.
I think it's Stay.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's Stay.
I saw something chick Stay and Bittersweet. Bittersweet's my favorite from the third album.
Yeah.
Bittersweet is your favorite? Now, as I was listening to some of your others, going back to your first album, the story was interesting to me. I liked that because we really love to hear the samples that are happening from different versions earlier on, the 70s, and then mixing it. So I noticed that you guys do have, and obviously this is from your producers, but some samples from some of the songs that we grew up on, parents played. On your first album, you have a bunch of them. So how did you feel about that when you guys heard it? Were you like excited about it, or were you kind of worried if it was going to mix with the new? What were you thinking?
It's funny for us with the first album, we just wanted to sing. So it was like whatever they brought, it was like, all right, can we sing? Right. The music part, we really let that be Trackmasters, Mariah and Corey Rooney and the other few other producers that they had.
Right.
We really let them do it, and we just wanted to sing. Like whatever, just give it to us so we can sing it. That's all we wanted to sing.
I think when we got older, we realized this really fits us because we're old souls. Like
Right.
We say we should have been born
in that era,
in another era for the 50s, 60s around there. But it just kind of like exemplifies who we are. Like the music that drove us to do what we do and that inspires us. So it all worked out for the better. Yeah.
And then, not for nothing, this is an amazing story. We would have never thought that we would get the approval from some of those samples, like the people that perform those songs, like the Delphonics, the Stylistics, who sings
OJs you have on there, I guess, from Anything You Want.
Like we have done shows with them, and then we're like, wait, what?
We're
okay. Like you like us?
They really embraced us. I think even more so than the '90s era that we were in.
Right.
Those people embraced us, and that means so much more to us because these are the people that our parents introduced to us. And
absolutely.
Right.
We're just so elated by the fact that wow, these people think we're talented and they love us and they appreciate our music and our performances on stage. So
much that they gave us a nickname. They named us the Goddaughters of Soul.
Yeah, we love that.
Really?
So
How sweet was that?
Uncle Russell Tompkins from the stylistic girl. No, but it really is like it's one of the reasons why we keep on going. Not, of course, because of our fans and people like you that, that support us and want to keep talking to us after so many years. But again, like just those moments are moments that just like they're priceless and you can't get that. Right. We're humbled that we were able to get that period.
Right.
Like for real.
Absolutely. And that's what it does for me because growing up listening to you all, of course I was a little bit older with you, but like you say, listening to the tracks early on, whether it be the Isaac Hayes track that you guys had, and actually one other one that was really, really something to me. I hadn't heard her version of it. I'm gonna have to look at my notes and figure it out, but I hadn't heard her version of it. But when I heard you all's version, I was like, oh, that's it now sounds familiar because I remember like the 45s and the 33s. So saying all of that to talk to you, to sit here and have a conversation, it's just like you say, it's so amazing. And it's like grateful, like, oh my gosh, I got to talk to those young ladies, or if it happens to be a gentleman that we can sit and share after all these years of like dancing or singing or what have you to the music. So I'm sure that vibe carries to when you guys are live, and I've noticed you've been out a lot performing. So how has it been in this time, like after COVID, performing?
Yes. We actually right before when COVID was actually coming out the box, we were literally the night before everything shut down. The same night on stage at SOBs doing the show. Yeah. So we were in there like with masked up, spraying and bumping elbows. It was crazy, but and we were surprised that it was still a packed house. We were concerned, like, okay, otherwise we're gonna have like 5 people in here. We went outside and there were literally like over 100 and something people in that room that night. Yeah, which was crazy. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it caught us off guard. We know.
Mm-hmm. And one thing about us is we don't care if it's a bar mitzvah, backyard
parties. We call us for the backyard.
But yeah, we gonna give you a show as long as you got our money.
As long as you got the heard that. As long as you got their money, they will perform for you guys. Yes. Now you talked about those that were around at the time that you all were performing and they may have embraced you all. What groups were you guys touring with, or kind of found yourselves not anything of competition, but out of love? But what groups were out at that time that you guys might have found yourself on the same stage with, or performing during that same time?
It's weird because we've never really truly been on a tour. Like we have shared the bill with Total, Escape, 702, Jagged Edge, of course, 112,
Casey and JoJo,
Rough Ends. We could even go to the other side, Chumbawamba. Right. Insane, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees. Like, we have shared the stage in the bill with so many. We've done songs with Tom Jones. Yeah. We have a song with Tom Jones. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Sorry. I was just thinking of all the different genres and
It was. I think it was always a pleasure for us to just be on stage with anybody who was contributing to music at that time, because like the 90s to us, we don't care what nobody says. The 90s to us and to a lot of people is one of the best eras of music. Yeah. 90s going into the early 2000s, you can't tell nobody nothing. Right. Yeah. So we were excited when we would get calls and say, "Oh, you guys got a show with 702." We were like, "Really?" I was like, "Say really?" Like we were like little. We still were like little girls, like true fans.
A lot of people, like even some that came after us, we were fans. Like SWV. The ones that came before us, we were fans. Like SWV, they were before us. And both, that's our everything.
Right. Yes. Like, to this day, there's a group that Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston had called Sunday. We're still waiting for the album to come out. Like we would play it over and over and over. We knew the snippets. We're like, "Oh, it's coming out! It's coming out!" To this day, like, but we've always been fans, and we've never had a problem with paying homage to who came before us, came after us, or was out at the same time. It didn't matter.
Yeah. That's right. I love that. Now, who were your musical influences growing up?
Okay, we would be here for days talking about musical influence. So, like, have our core is like the girls groups. So the Supremes, like I said, En Vogue and Ex-Girlfriend were why we are singing. Right. Those two groups were like the epitome. We thought they were the best groups ever.
Right. And then while we were out, as we told you, we got our bill singing Escapes tonight.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So a lot of artists absolutely because of our parents playing those songs.
Right.
So like we said, stylistic,
Temptations, the Four Tops,
like, yeah.
Blue Magic. You know, I mean, we can go on. The Chantels, Martha Reed and the Oceans, the Shirelles, Honeycomb.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to them.
Yeah, this such sweet.
Yeah. There's too many to name. We'll be here all
I was
year.
gonna say that moment right there.
Other day, like that's just one genre. Akisa's Hispanic, so she's introduced us to Celia.
Oh yeah, they honor Africans.
Right.
Celia Cruz, Mark Anthony,
Right.
Hector
Oh
Lavoe.
yes.
You know, we're very versed.
Right.
You know,
And then when you grow up in the choir, and there were other lead singers that I'm looking up to, like, oh, I can't wait to get their solo when I get older. So it's like a melting pot of everybody that influenced our sound.
Yeah, and that I thank them for that because although I knew about gospel
She's
music,
an honorary.
I wasn't really. Yeah, like I mean,
She's an
my
honorary
mom,
Baptist.
my family was spiritual as well, but like I didn't. You know, we went to Pentecostal churches and Catholic. So God forgive me. I'm just saying. No, I mean, I ain't been there since forever. What I'm saying is, but just to be introduced to be introduced to that was something that I needed. You get what I'm saying? So and it drives us to the heavens. It keeps us grounded. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
the
Clark sisters, the Pace sisters, like we can go on forever.
We can go on, and I love the Clark sisters. Yes, you made my day. Yes, I love that. Well, I know it's called Sunshine, but anyway, so who would you guys like to work with now?
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is like at the top.
Yeah. We always said we wanted to work with Neo. Kevin Ross. Oh my God. Kevin Ross is ridiculously, insanely talented. My God. Jesus.
Yeah. We'll keep it
There's
there.
a lot.
Yeah. So like we started even some younger kids, like we started like there wasn't a small place where a lot of things was just like real gimmicky, but there are a lot of talented ones. I know Snow Allegra.
Yeah.
Ari Lennox. Like there are some right, but that are
Lucky Day. They keep me up to date with the now.
Yeah, Lucky Day is dope.
Like there's still talent out there we would love to work with.
But you know what's so crazy? I think for me, it's a little bit surreal because I think about everybody that we work with already, and it's like it kind of feels like how do you even top that in a way? You know what I mean? Like you think about Mary J. Blige writing for us, Billy Lawrence, Tyree, like you know she was in Black Girl, Terry Robbins. I mean, Jesus, like John Hay. Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's my granddaughter.
Yes. And when you talk about working with, you have some, I guess, features that were infusing the hip hop at that time. So talk about that. Did you guys have an opportunity to select who you had as a fusion, or was the producer just adding Nas and those folks onto your songs?
Like with the first album,
not that much.
We didn't have much.
Only a little bit with Choosing 112. We sat there, had the conversation.
But we didn't really choose them. But it was kind of like they were naming.
Right. They like Blue Hair,
Boyz II Men, Josie, and it was like, it was like that. Yeah. Then they're like, okay, but as far as like Nas, all these rappers like Nas, LL, Nature, they all were part of like working with Trackmasters. So that all came from Trackmasters' influence of their, you know, hip hop. So that was their influence, and you know, we were just blessed that these people even wanted to be on our album and that no first go around without knowing anything about us. So we always consider that a blessing.
Yeah, and even aside from us working with LL, we always like to give him a shout out because LL was one of the first hip hop artists or just artists in general who actually helped us with our shows. Like he told us, like, look, if you guys want to come out swinging, you got to come out and throw some beats on, do this, do that. Between him and Heavy D got us so. It was just dope. Like just they always say men are gonna always be good with the women, but it just wasn't like that. They were just like big brothers for real. Well, I mean, Aaliyah would have married
I love Heavy D. I love him, love him, love him. Rest in peace. Yes. You have a Heavy D story?
Give me the cup.
You have a Heavy D story for us? Yes. Is that what you said?
What happened?
You said you have a Heavy D story for us. I said I love Heavy D. I heard you say
that. He was one of the ones that helped us, like as far as giving advice on how to do our show, and
very sweet.
You know, how
and
to
talk
take
to us
people
about
on
the
a ride.
industry. Yeah.
What to watch out
that. Super dope, super dope. And like you said, that they were caring enough to
Yeah.
support your career, and we're not in a space where it was like, not treating you properly. I
Right.
love to hear that in that time that everyone was still supportive, and you guys got this, the encouragement you needed to
Oh,
get
yeah.
to where you needed to be, especially as such a start and being beautiful women. You don't want to feel like you're in a situation where you have to be compromised. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
just great to hear those stories. We know that there's a few out there, but luckily you guys were not one of those that had to go through that. So what would you tell your today? What would you tell your younger self or a new group that would be out and up and coming? What would you encourage them, or what kind of motivation or inspiration would you share with them?
Hmm. I would tell my younger self, it's not gonna be all glitz and glam. Invest in yourself, invest in property, start writing earlier. And you guys are gonna be all right. Y'all gonna go through some bumps and bruises, but it's for a reason.
I would tell our younger selves, believe in yourself, because people are gonna try to beat you down to make you feel like you can't or you're not supposed to be in this space. Believe in yourself enough to know you are supposed to be in this space. So, yeah.
And I think for me, I would definitely say that no matter what people say and do, or how much people try to get in your ear, when you have a strong foundation, never let anybody try to come in there and break it down, because they will try.
Definitely.
Like, this industry is full of sharks and people who just want to add their 2 cents because they know that it's going to be the cause of your downfall. Never let that happen.
And they want to use you up and spit you out. The industry is so foul. Like, it's so fickle. As long as you got a song on radio, yay. Or as soon as someone more popular doesn't like you or has something negative to say, boo. But I say, fuck you.
Cheers to that. The grown of you says, cheers to that. So what do you guys have on your schedule for the remaining of 22? We're going into holiday season. 23, new music, new merch, new tours. What do you have going on?
Well, we're definitely doing shows. We're definitely touring, and we keep everything up to date on our official Allure 97 on Instagram.
Yes.
We're getting better, y'all. We're getting better as far as social media, because we really suck. But that's where you can get all our information. Follow us. We're working on our website so you can really know our tour dates and everything that we're doing. Right. We're working on our podcast called Grown Ass Girls Gag. We really our true selves.
Right.
Because, a lot of times only people get to see us on the stage. They don't really get to see us as us, and we're a lot.
Yeah.
So,
I know this.
Right, we're a lot. So we're really And also, like, music is always going to be our thing. Forever. That's forefront for all of it.
Oh, and we are blessed to have been using all of our gifts, and we are official Department of Education vendors. We do special event decor. We go in as talent for career day. We perform for the kids. Have some other things in the works. So God is blessing us. We are just fine.
Just fine, glowing and fine, and having still the great sound and energy, encouragement that I think that a lot of young people need, because they need to see that, like you stated at the very beginning, you're still together. And that's so very important through whatever, like you say, ups and downs or whatever things took place as you guys started, you all stuck together as one. And 25 plus years, you're still here celebrating, laughing, sipping, enjoying life, expanding. Yes, I love it.
This stuff to laugh, to keep, what is it?
You don't laugh, you don't
laugh to keep from crying. Oh yeah.
Oh, we roast each other hard. So there's nothing anyone can't say about us that we haven't said it before.
Right. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had an amazing time with the lovely ladies of Allure. They even gave us a little sample. So if in fact you missed it, go back, check it out. They opened up the show with their amazing voices. They gave us some great tips. They gave us some gems. about those that are in the industry and just navigating through. And we do appreciate your contributions. We say we love and we continue to support you guys. We look forward to hearing new music from you all. And then come back, please. We're here. We're here.
Matter of fact, we definitely will. Gifts. I know. Again, thank you.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
yes.
You got us these beautiful bottles of rosé.
Yes.
Yay. Next time we'll do it and we'll be together. So then we can just now open up for real. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Allure, we appreciate you all. Hang with us and we're gonna take you out.
Okay, don't forget to follow us. To the game.